Here I am at the cult shop. Getting ready to go in, check out the shop, see if there's anything new in comics wise. See if Corey's in there today. But nice little shop, as you can see. Look at it there. There we go. There's the cult shop. Nice little shop for today. Go on in and see what's going on today. Ghostbusters. I always shoot like a little video for my small channel. Don't worry, I won't put you in it. I always tell somebody I'm a little bit more. I know people like to throw people in it. I'm not gonna. I always like, if I did do it, I always ask permission and stuff like that. I don't have these issues. I got that issue. There's Legion. That's their first issue. I've got this. There's old Bishop. How much is the figures?
The small ones are 5, the bigger ones, it kind of depends on how much you want. They go from 5 to 10.
Okay. Got the old Hulkster. You could actually have your dream match of Hulk Hogan versus Michelangelo. Well, these guys are going to go at it. That's pretty cool. Kind of Super Nintendo games he's got over here. Oh, American Gladiators. There's Cowboy Bebop. Some good Switch games. I gotta have to come back and check on those. It's cool, Captain America. I'm the boogeyman. Coming to get you. There's some PlayStation 3s. I've got all these. I think I got Max Payne 3 the other day or something. There's some Halo. I got some Beatles. That's a shame, that little it's broke right there off. Beatles 6, 8 days a week.
What was that? Oh, yeah, man, that's some pretty good stuff in there sometimes.
Hey, but you can jam out to some Sesame Street, the people in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's you. Nothing's hardcore like the people in your neighborhood.
Oh, no.
But let's look at these wrestling magazines over here. I found some nice dollar movies. I've never seen Satanic. Justified. I've never seen that series.
Oh, I didn't know you was live streaming.
What?
I didn't know you was live streaming. I was talking to me.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to you too. All I needed was this Terminator 3. That's all the Terminator movies. Even I question why I have After 2.
Right?
But Got Arnold, buddy. Oh, Arnold. But here we go. Here's some pro wrestling. There's when Hulk Hogan was a bad guy that nobody will remember. Actually, this is May 1990. I thought this was 1980, but when he was a bad guy. But here's the Rockers, and God, I remember I used to have a bunch of these old wrestling magazines.
Those are pretty cool.
Here's old
A
Lance.
couple of them brought back some memories.
There's old Lance Von Erich. There's the Crush Nikita Koloff's Russian Revolution. There's old Ric Flair when he had that's Ric Flair's 4th title reign. I miss the days when he used to market wrestling as real. Yeah. Well, I finally found Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to probably put that one back to get. I've been looking for this one for the longest time, and there's that Silent Night collection, 3, 4, 5, but I've already got that on Blu-ray. I just need the first two films on Silent Night. There's Mad Dog Morgan. Oh, there's Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Shit. That's one I need too. I need to get it. I'm gonna see. Some good stuff, good stuff. But I gotta talk to. I gotta see what my payday is. Oh, there's Lemmy. Look at that. There's a Lemmy pop. Flash Gordon, Freddie Mercury. Flash. Hey everybody, ECW Fan to Collector here, and thanks for watching this birthday video pickups. This video is coming to you in late June. Yeah, late June. Anyhow, it's been a long day, and I went to sleep, and as you can tell, my shirts went through the war, but it's one of my favorite shirts, and I enjoy it, so just let me hold on to it a little bit longer, as they say. Anyhow, getting away from my attire, I went to some places and picked up some games over the last month and a half. And Eddie was with me at one of the places. I made a trade on a game. And I picked up a movie on his recommendation. And me and him made a trade. And he gave me 2 movies that he didn't need anymore. And because he has a box set now. So, anyhow, he knew I didn't have these 2 animated films. And he knew I'm a big Batman fan. So he decided to give them to me. And one of them is The Sword and the Scoob, these animated films, Scooby-Doo, which is a little bit of a rip on The Sword and the Stone, King Arthur, but this has the Scooby-Doo gang in it. Mystery goes medieval, and it's good to see that Scooby-Doo keeps getting animated movies almost every year, every couple of years, and they're still rolling. And oh yeah, just Gordon the Scoob. Now this one was one that I'm really happy he gave me, because he knows I'm a Batman fan. This is Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold. And this one has Batman team up with the Scooby-Doo gang. And as you see on the back, Shaggy and Scooby sitting there eating. It's classic. It's what I do. I see myself more as Shaggy in a way, because I like to eat, and I'm not the bravest guy in the world. I know I'm not going to hook up with Daphne or Velma, because it's not how it's going to go for me, but as long as I got some good food and I got my dog, I'm happy. So yeah, but I remember the classic 70s new Scooby-Doo movies with Batman and Robin teaming up with the Scooby-Doo cast against the Joker and Penguin. Those were classic. I loved that episode, and I've got it in my collection. But that's all the animated films. That's it. Not that many, but you see them here. Now, I did pick up some horror films, and some of these Eddie has not seen. Yeah, Eddie, you've not seen these, and some of these, and some games too, so stay tuned here. Here we go. At a pawn shop, I picked up R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour, the series, Volume 1, and I couldn't find any more of the volumes, just this one volume. And it's got 6 episodes on it, and don't know how scary this series is. It'll be interesting. I've never seen it, so we'll see. Now, here's one I thought I had, and I've got to go back through my box of movies again, through my collection, and look. I'm pretty sure I had this one, but I don't have it listed. For now, I went ahead and picked up Wes Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow. I can remember Eddie handing this to me at the video store that lady had. And that was a couple years ago where I filmed in there, and he hands me this movie. He's like, hey, you need to get this. This is not, you don't see this that much. And I went ahead and picked it up. I can't find it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've lost it somewhere, if I set it down to watch, and I'll have to check my collection. Now, here's one that I picked up, and this is a classic one. It is Sinister. And I love that cover, man. Sinister. And these possession movies always scare me. I always get scared the crap out of. I'm like, I sit there and I'll get spooked. I get spooked. They spook me a little bit. Now, taking a break from horror for a second, I picked up, brand new, an 80s classic called The Big Picture with Kevin Bacon, Jennifer Jason Leigh, J.T. Walsh, Terry Hatcher, and Martin Short. The Big Picture. And this one is supposed to be a rip on how to not get a movie made, so I can't wait to watch that one. Now, I did pick up one Blu-ray, and this actually completes a series for me. A new series. It is Star Trek Into Darkness at the pawn shop. And this one completes the new films on Blu-ray. I needed to get this one right here to fill in. I've got the first and last one, and this was the one that completes it. So, yeah, this was the one that I needed. I'm kind of happy to get it. So this gives me all the Star Trek films except new Next Generation films on Blu-ray. I've got a box set put up. It's a beautiful box set. It's got that cartoon in it, the cartoon series. It's got the original series, all 3 seasons, and the cartoon is considered season 4. All 6 original movies. I've got, and I've got the movies on DVD. So having all these gives me all the Star Trek films basically on home video. All the Star Trek that I can handle. Now let's get back to horror films. Now, Eddie made me a trade. We was in the store, and Eddie said he had brought some movies in. He said, hey, I'd like to trade. He saw some games I had, and one of them he was wanting. He said, hey, I was like, he's going to make a trade? And I was like, sure, man, we can make a trade. So, I scanned through, and I saw one I needed, because I've got the second film of this, but I don't have the first. It's Cabin Fever, the first one. The first Cabin Fever. And this one, man, it's a little bit spooky. If you've never seen Cabin Fever, it makes you, if you go out to a cabin in the woods and you see, you get sick, you might want to watch yourself, because, this one is pretty wild. And they made like 3 original movies of Cabin Fever. They made 3, or maybe 4. And then they did a remake, which was basically a remake of the first one after like a decade later. And like, why are you remaking Cabin Fever again? And I think he's like, oh, we got more of a budget now. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but this is weird. We're getting to the one that Eddie recommended when I was making a trade on a game. And he's like, dude, you gotta pick this horror film up. You need to get it. It's a classic. I say, okay, Eddie. Okay, you talked me into it. And it's a 70s and 80s horror classic. It is I Spit on Your Grave. An act of revenge. And, it's kind of, spooky. I've seen, I know that Eddie told me they made like 6 of the remake I Spit on Your Grave films now. I think, or maybe 5 or 6. So I was like, man, that's a lot of I Spit on Your Grave, But this will go with my Hills Have Eyes and all that other stuff, I believe I've got. So now we're going to get to the games. The games. Oh, yes. The games. And I'm kind of happy because over the past month, I've assembled some good games and got some great deals from it. So anyhow, I made a trade and got this one. I cleared this one. It is a Akiba Strip and Undead and Undressed. And I found this one in Cheap Thrills. And basically the premise of this game is you're hunting vampires, essentially. And you're on the streets of Akiba in Japan, and to basically defeat them, you need to, as you fight them in combat, you have to strip them off. Strip the clothes off so they get the sun exposed to them and they die. But yeah, it's a weird thing. A weird game. It's pretty fun. I can see why it's edgy. And why, there's a lot of people that's like, seeing this game released. But hey, it is what it is. And there's actually, I've got Akiba's Trip, and I love that game. It was a great RPG. And I missed some things at the end, and I've got to go back and I've got to replay that whole thing again probably. But it's a good game. Akiba's Trip is. And there's actually another Akiba Strip I need to pick up eventually if I can ever find it around here. Hopefully, because Cheap Thrills had it. But time to move on. And I picked up 4 other games, and this one actually come from a pawn shop. And the old guy that knows me and Eddie, he actually cut me a deal on it because they had put it in the wrong section, and he gave it to me for that price. He's like, "Hey, you can have it, man." And I thanked him. That old guy, John, he's really nice. He always cuts me and Eddie deals. I've filmed in there, and he knows that me and Eddie buy a lot of movies, and we've always been good. But anyhow, I picked up Hello Neighbor. And I've always heard this was a good mystery puzzle game. And I was like, I'd like to get that. I'd like to see what Hello Neighbor is, if it's any good. And they've made like 3 movies of this. Yeah, 3 movies to Hello Neighbor. It's kind of weird to see that many movies to this one series, but it must do good. And the second game is a little pricey for me. I mean, I'll wait until it goes down to what this price was on this one. I actually could have picked this up a long time ago at a GameStop in the mall, but I never did do it. Now we're going to get to some GameStop. Oh yeah, GameStop.
Oh yeah!
Might as well savor GameStop before I let the card expire next year in the spring. Anyhow, I'll get to that rant in a second. At GameStop one week, I picked up Return to Arkham, which I don't know if the guy was using this as a display copy at the time, the box, but he said essentially the game is sealed, and they pretty much put the games in it. So it's kind of nice, The Return to Arkham has Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. And Arkham City is probably the best Batman, in my opinion, the best Batman game ever made. And I've told Eddie about it. I was like, you need to play this game. Eddie's ignored me, and I've tried to tell him again, and he's ignored me again, and I'm going to say it again here. You need to play this game and stop screwing around. These games are the best. It's got Kevin Conroy as Batman. It's got Mark Hamill as the Joker. They're really good. Don't want to spoil it. Don't want to spoil the greatness, but I'm happy to get that. Now, about a week or 2 later, I was in GameStop. And this was yesterday. So I'm going in and I'm looking around, and Daryl wasn't in there yet. So I'm looking around, and I've got a $5 coupon. I'm shaking. Got my hands shaking here. It's got my hands shaking. I'm excited. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to spend this $5 coupon. Man, this $5 coupon's burning a hole in my pocket. It's got me shaking, I'm like, I'm going to drop this $5 coupon on a game. And I've got some birthday money. Like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
Like the Randy Savage. So I'm sitting there, I'm walking around, and I see Knack 2. And I'm like, oh, Knack 2. I've been looking for that one for a long time. Knack 2. And I know Knack 2 didn't sell as good, and I'm like, I better pick that one up because this is the first time I've seen it in a store in a long time. So yeah, Knack 2 came home with me, baby. Knack 2 was when I picked up there. And then I was like, I still got a coupon, and I could cash one of my some points in, and I was like, it's birthday money. So I'm like, they're looking around. It's like, what do I look for? And I needed to make a splash on a good game, and I'm like, well, I found it. For the PlayStation 5, I picked up Octopath Traveler 2. Octopath Traveler 2, baby. And the first one is really good. And Square Enix, it's made old school style. It's made in a old school style, but man, the game's really good. And I read the reviews online, and one person reviewed and said it's the best RPG since Final Fantasy VII. And I'm like, okay, that's high praise indeed. So I'm like, I'm gonna get that. So I got these two together, cashed some points in, used my coupon, used my birthday money, and I picked up these two the end of my birthday. Yes. It's like I'm putting the power together. But yeah, that's it. That was it from GameStop. And I better savor, using the points that I can, and using them quick, because basically, well, it's got to be told. Okay. GameStop just announced they're making changes to the card, the Pro Player card. And this is how out of touch, and well, I'll let Billy here sum it up.
You blew it!
Yeah, you ruined it. You fucking ruined it. I mean, I've never seen a business just really hate their customers to a point that they just alienate and try to push them away. I don't know if it's some game plan that they're trying to do, but even the people that work for them, because I've heard that there's people that even work for them are saying, no, this is awful, man, this is awful. I've seen the Reddit. I've read like one of the Reddits, and he's like, this is the most awfulest fuck things you can do, and they're jacking the card up $10. Okay, the card's going up 10 from 15 to 25. You can't use the coupon on new games anymore. Yeah. Okay, you can just go back to used. Okay. The magazine that you would get, the Game Informer inside the GameStop, they're not going to give you that no more. Yeah, they're taking that away from you. You have to buy that separate. And the big kicker that's really ticked a lot of people off is basically saying, oh, your points, if you don't use them in a year, they expire. Which is mind-numbingly stupid to do, because they want to cut out people from stockpiling points into thousands and going in there and getting game consoles that after they're spending their hard-earned fucking money on, just to basically screw them out of that, and because they don't want money, they want you to sit there and just use points and buy games and get nothing out of it, not hardly any points. So yeah. I've never seen a company literally just destruct themselves to a point where they alienate their own base to a point where even I don't want to go there. I'm just going to go there for the year. But it's awful, man. It's awful. And GameStop won't answer, because they're basically they got their heads up Wall Street's ass, because they don't give a crap about anybody. You don't see any one of those executives ever say, you know what, this is a bad policy, we change our minds on it. No, they're going to go headlong into it and like, I can't believe sales went down. Yeah, but that's what's going to happen. More sales will drop, and nobody will want the card, and they deserve it. And more people go to Amazon and Walmart and go to secondary dealers, and those places will pick up steam, and can you blame them? And GameStop's their own route for their own destruction. I mean, I like the company, but they've basically went to the point where they just don't care. I mean, who the hell would make a policy like that? They would say, oh, you know what, we need to expire points off so nobody can get cards. Because I let my points stockpile. I'll be honest, I like to get like so many thousands of points and stockpile. Now I got to sit there and use my card and cash them out because I won't have none. It's so awful, man. But like I said, when March comes, the card's going to expire, and I'll be happy. I'll be done with it. If I see a game in there I want to order, maybe, but probably used game wise, I can see it's really going to take its toll, And it's sorry to end this video with a rant. I'm just so worked up. I'm just so irked.
You blew it!
But yeah, at least I got Octopath Traveler 2 and Knack 2. So I've got so many good games, I don't know what to play. So, and I don't know what to watch. So, decisions. What am I going to do?